Hello, it's Jim Hutchens with the Jerusalem Connection Spot Report for this week. Live once again from Jerusalem and live from Mount Zion. Back over my camera here is the Church of the Dormition. Over here is David's tomb. Just above that is the upper room. Over here is the Greek Orthodox Patriarch. Over here is the Jerusalem University College. It's a vacant lot here. But I like to come here for one reason. And that reason is because of this building that you see behind me here. It's little known. Tour guides don't bring their people here. But it's very important to me for this reason. It's the place where the early believers met. And down inside this, there are 8 engravings of this sign. It's referred to as a messianic sign. You can Google the messianic sign and you see it. It has the menorah at the top, the Star of David, and the fish that represents the believers of Christians of the first century. And down inside this place, there are 8 engravings of that. This was the place right on Mount Zion, close to the upper room, within 100 yards or less of the upper room, where the early believers met. They met in secret, no doubt, but that's where they met. And the scripture says that when Jesus comes, when he returns, the Messiah returns, that he will restore everything. Elijah is to come before that and begin that restoration process. But he will restore everything. And the question is, what is he going to restore? I don't know everything that he will restore. But I think among those things that he will restore to this primitive, simple, profound faith like these people expressed is the exaltation, the recognition of the Sabbath, the Saturday Sabbath, where all of God's people, all those who acknowledge God, the God of Israel, and his son Jesus will worship on that Sabbath. I think all the feasts and festivals, you know, we are incorporated now. We are engrafted into the Israel of God. If you know the Messiah, you are a descendant of Abraham and heir of all the promises. Now that's exciting. Heir of all the promises. And we have access to those, and we should be practicing those. There are many who come to the Feast of Tabernacles, which is really a kind of a prelude to God's people, all of God's people, accepting this when the Messiah comes. But I think the most important thing that God will do in restoring, that Jesus will do in restoring what was in this primitive faith, will be the exaltation of his name, the name of the God of Israel. The name of the God of Israel is Yahweh. Jews don't want to use that name out of a sense of reverence or out of a sense of fear that they might break the 3rd commandment, to not use the name of the Lord thy God in vain. But they don't use it at all. It's not a matter of misusing it. They don't use it at all, and they've cut themselves off from the power that's in that name. Christians aren't even aware of it for the most part. But these people have practiced this and given us a sense of what has happened in the past. This is under the custodial control of the Greek Orthodox. They don't want it known. They don't publicize this. They don't want it known that early believers were Jews. And the Jews don't want it known that early believers in Jesus were Jews. So it remains encased in a fence. And there's the bell now for the Church of the Dormition, and it's striking 1 o'clock in the afternoon. This is the 14th of May. It's the Independence Day of Israel, and they're celebrating that. There's already been some counter-celebration. This is called Nakba by the Palestinians, and there's already been riots down on the Temple Mount. But this is a great day. And I just wanted to take you to this place that's been very special to me. It will be restored, the elements of the faith that were expressed there. And as I said, the greatest element of that faith, I believe, will be the exaltation, the recognition internationally of the name of God, which is Yahweh. Maybe you've heard me say this before, but God told Moses to tell Aaron, when you bless my people, say this. Now this is from Numbers chapter 6, 22 through 27. Lord bless you and keep you. Lord make his face to shine upon you. You know that prayer. It's a benediction. We always say it at the end of a service, as many of us do in Christian circles. But at verse 27 it says, when you put my name on my people, I'll bless them. He's saying, put the name of Yahweh on my people, and when you act in obedience and do that, and I see that they have my name, I will bless them. So with that, let's conclude today. Yahweh bless you and keep you. Yahweh make his face to shine upon you and be gracious to you. Yahweh turn his face toward you and give you his peace. Od Yavo Shiloh, until Messiah comes. Shalom Aleichem.